Hey there everyone, and welcome to the Cody Zone, where I talk about Pokemon while I run around in Minecraft planting reeds everywhere. Oh, I can't plant a reed there, that's so sad. So I've just been planting reeds all over this server. There's not much of a reason. I guess you could say I just like to read. But yeah, that's not why we're here for Pokemon. So a lot of you have been saying, I like rants, why don't you do some rant videos? And I am happy to complige, that's not even a word, oblige, because I have plenty of things to complain about. So, we're starting off with Pokemans, and here's another thing to complain about, don't push me off the edge! Stupid sheep. And on the topic of sheep, there's always a lot of people always jumping on the bandwagon. See what I did there? That was a segue. About how each Pokemon game is just a clone. This always gets brought up. They're like, why should I buy the new game? It's just the same game as the old one. There's nothing different. It's just, they're remaking it again. Good job, Nintendo, with your originality. This has been going on ever since, like, Gold and Silver. You know, when they launched the second generation of Pokemon games, and every generation it happens again. The most recent offender that sort of caused me this to be on the top of my mind was Yahtzee of Zero Punctuation in his Pokemon White review. I just wanted to sort of debunk this, because people are holding Pokemon to a different standard than every other game series. Like, for another game series, let's say you have a game, let's say, The Legend of Zelda, and then for the next game, you keep the formula of, oh hey, you know, rescue the princess, go through the dungeons, but you change around characters, it's in a different area, like, it's in a whole new land, all of the items and spells and stuff are different. Everything's different, it's new graphics, it's but the only thing the same is that it follows the same formula. People would consider that a new Zelda game, would they not? But no, for Pokemon, they don't get that luxury. When a new Pokemon game comes out and they say, alright, well here's a new Pokemon game, all of the characters are different, all of the monsters are different, new gyms, the only thing that's the same is we're keeping the formula of Pokemon because that's how series work, you know, but we're adding a whole bunch of new features, double battles and triple battles and online and, oh wow, all these cool things that add a lot to the game. That's a clone. Why? I don't know, because it's Pokemon, apparently. Oh no, it's the same kind of plot, it's the same formula. That applies to everything else. That's how series work. It's like Zelda is one example, but just you can pick many other series. Call of Duty. When they make a new Call of Duty game, it's in a different setting with different characters. It's got different weapons. It's not the same game repackaged. People say, oh, it's the new Call of Duty game. And that's the same for every other series, you know, just pick any series that keeps the formula the same rather than radically changing to a different genre, and you've got the same thing as Pokemon. But for some reason, Pokemon is the only one that seems to get this, oh, it's just a clone, it's just the same as Pokemon Red and Blue, why should I buy it, blah blah blah. When all these others don't, people don't say, why should I buy Twilight Princess? It's the same as The Legend of Zelda. You just go through the dungeons and you get your magical boomerang. Blah 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 blah. Well, I mean, Yahtzee says that, but he says he hates Nintendo and everything about it, and complains every time a new Mario or Zelda comes out that they haven't launched a new series. But in general, people treat Pokemon differently than everyone else, than every other series, and say it's a clone when it's not, when there's so many things different, like a bunch of different techniques, all of the characters are different, it's in a different setting, but because it uses the same formula, it's Pokemon Red and Blue, even though it's so much better, it's it's a sequel, yes, it's in the same series, yes, but that's not the same thing as a clone. So I don't know why everyone is always talking about that. So yeah, that was my Pokemon rant. And one more thing, I've decided to also add some community interaction upon request, only some more of it. So how about I ask you a question? What kind of rants, what makes you annoyed? Gaming related things. No, that was a bad plan. Gaming related things, obviously. I'm not going to have a rant about healthcare reform or something like that. That's not what I rant about. But, you know, anything else. Waluigi, you know, just random gaming things that annoy you, and I might discuss them with you in the comments, or I might actually make a video of my own about it. So that is all for now, and oh, hello Moon, are you going away? That's great. Why did you have to make the whole video in the dark, Moon? Why couldn't have you just gone away? Well, I guess it's not Sunday yet.